What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and today is Surrender Day, opposite of Delivery Day. And it's also 1 year since we got our Model X. Long range 2022, but we are surrendering it because there's just so many problems with it. And Tesla has offered to buy it back. So I removed a bunch of our things, actually all our things, and got my 2 key cards and the registration and the title. So we're gonna head on over and let's see what happens. All right, so we are in the Model Y studios on the way to Upland, delivery center, service center, sales center, the dealership. Abby is ahead of me, and while on the way there, my neighbor saw us caravanning. And so I stopped and talked to him for a minute and was like, hey, did you remove the wrap? Why'd you remove the wrap on the X? I was like, oh man, we're returning it. Tesla's buying it back. There's just so many problems. So he was a bit surprised. I'm like, yeah, but you know, with all those problems, we're still getting another one, but I think we have to wait like 2 months. So he was like, how about your Y? Do you have any problems? Because he also has a Model Y. I'm like, not as bad as the X to where they would buy it back, but you know, I do have some issues with the Y, but it's nothing big, within spec. But so now, yeah, we're headed there. A couple of things that I have to figure out because we have Tesla insurance, and man, this is hard to get a hold of someone. I either have to email them or stay on hold. Yeah, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm gonna dread being on hold. Geez, that's one thing that I've noticed with Tesla insurance. It is more affordable, but man, the price you pay where things are just automated or things are over email. So I am considering switching back to State Farm. State Farm's expensive, but I've been with them for over 20 years with most of our cars. It's just these last 2 we went with Tesla. So yeah, I'm considering it. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, I gotta remove it because I don't want to have to pay for insurance that I no longer own. So I'm a little sad, to be honest with you. I'm sad that we have to let this one go. I really wanted it to work. It's just whatever. Like I'm really sad. I'm sad. At the same time, I'm also excited that we're getting a Plaid. But it's just one of those things. Like that's what was given to us. And man, it's weird. I don't know. I don't know if y'all understanding what I'm saying. Like that was the one that was chosen for us, and unfortunately it just didn't work out. And I really hate to see it go, but at the same time, like, oh man, we're and I'm getting the ultra red. Well, we are getting the ultra red. So I'm excited about that too. And it's mixed emotions at the moment. So let's see how it goes. The service manager did contact me that he had some other things to take care of, so he is not going to be there, but he's going to assign it to one of his other people, and hopefully all goes well with the inspection. We just sign everything off, make sure I reset the computer, remove the cars out of our accounts, remove the history of the navigation, remove the codes, security codes and stuff. Because it's always been, when I traded in my Model 3, it wasn't as clean of a handoff. Like it felt like I had to go above and beyond what they would normally do, because I wanted to make sure my computer was like wiped out and clean and my profile was gone. They were just like, oh no, we take care of it. I'm like, nah man, like let me just do it, just to be safe, just to be sure, whatever. You know, you could wipe it out behind me, after me, whatever. But I just don't trust. I had my identity stolen years ago, and man, and the way companies nowadays protecting your data, like I'm very I just don't trust them. So I'm gonna probably have to do that as well. But we're on our way. There's a little bit of traffic, and let's see how it goes. All right, so we've arrived here at Upland, the Upland dealership, and we gotta go look for whoever is gonna be helping us. So we parked the car for inspection, informed them of my paranoia with my data. So they put it in maintenance mode and reset, and then they showed me that they resetted it. But I'm still paranoid. They were going to take the plates and the frame, but we told them that we're keeping the plates because it's a custom plate, and we're gonna re-register the custom plate. But they wouldn't give me the frame back, and I said, no. We paid like $45 for that license plate frame because at some point Tesla never provided those anymore with the vehicle. But yeah, so I had to like argue with them about it. I'm like, dang, why are you guys nickel and diming this stuff, man? Like, it's just a license plate frame. Afterwards, we were taken to a room to sign paperwork. They explained that they could not apply the money to the new order because there is no VIN number assigned yet. So they're gonna send the check, and it may take 2 to 3 weeks after the paperwork is processed. The paperwork we signed had the amount that we spoke about via email, and then the release of liability and transfer of ownership. So make copies of these documents. My dad had an issue one time when they traded in their car, and the dealership, I guess, forgot to file the transfer of ownership or whatever. And so they sold their car to a person who committed crimes with it. And so the police was like questioning him about whether he still owned the car or not. So just be careful about that. Don't assume. Do not assume. So just, again, it's one of those things where you think the company would take care of it, but just CYA, right? CYA. I was curious about what would happen to the car. Would it be used for a loaner vehicle? And they told me that it is a lemon car. They're gonna recycle some of the parts and they're gonna crush it. And hearing that kind of crushed me. So I'm like, oh man, poor car. Why am I personifying a car? But that's just how I am. I mean, we've had it for a year, so it grown with us. So even with all the issues and stuff, it's just, I feel bad. I don't know. The next thing I did was try to figure out how to remove the car from my insurance. We have Tesla insurance, and of course, through the app, you cannot remove it. It's either you cancel it or you leave it alone. And I don't need to cancel the policy. I just need to remove the car. So I called the number and it took almost 2 hours. This is the thing I was dreading about Tesla insurance. I am saving money, but man, Anyway, my premium, is that what it's called? Was $18.89 for 6 months, or about $317, because I guess there's a little other things that you have to pay for. But with the Model Y Performance and the Model X Long Range, I was paying about $317 monthly for the two. And now it has lowered to $1,411 for 6 months, or about $235.17. It may seem like I'm paying only $80 for the Model X, because that seems to be the price difference, something like that. But I think there's a lot of things going on where I have multi-vehicle discounts and stuff like that. So I'm gonna call State Farm. That's my previous insurance, because man, I don't know. I have to weigh how much I'm saving versus what kind of customer service I'm getting, because I really don't want to have to be on hold for 2 hours every time I have a question. And finally, shout out to John and Autumn. So John messaged me on the previous videos asking, hey, what time are you gonna be at the Upland dealership, because I have an appointment. And so I responded with 10 a.m. and his was at 12, and didn't hear back. So I wasn't expecting him to come and hang out, and he saw me at the waiting room, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, what's up, dude? And so we hung out. man, thank you for hanging out, because I was really feeling bummed and sad about this whole process. And some of you may be wondering like, dude, you got all your money back and you're getting a plaid and you're getting change. Yes, I'm happy about that, but I'm also sad because again, I've grown attached to the car, and like that's the car. That's the car that was given to us. Like, I don't know, it may sound weird, but you know, like, I mean, we kept it as long as we could. We tried to get it repaired as much as we could. We didn't want to give up the car, even with the price changes and stuff. I am happy about getting our money back, being able to get a plaid at the lower price. But yeah, I mean, at least I've grown attached to it, so I am a little sad. But we hung out, we talked. He just got a Model Y long range, so congratulations to you guys. And they already took a trip to Atlanta. This is their first EV. That's how much confidence they have in the Tesla supercharging network. He did share that it wasn't a perfect trip. I asked if he could do an EV confessions video with me, and he agreed. We just have to figure out how our schedules will line up. But it wasn't a perfect trip, but it hasn't changed. Their view with Tesla hasn't changed, and so I want to share that story with you guys, and hopefully we can record that soon. But yeah, thank you, John, for hanging out. He pointed out some things on some of the videos that just had me cracking up, so thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Even the day before surrendering the car continued to give me errors. If you haven't checked out that video, please check it out. Also, stay tuned for the 1-year Model X review that I'm going to be putting up shortly. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.